Welcome, my amazing viewers. Thank you so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you are connecting from. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you so much, and remember, blessed. Whenever you look my video, whenever you watch my video, share the video to all platforms. Share it to family and friends. Share it in your WhatsApp group so that people can get information on what is happening in the contraption called Nigeria, mainly against the Biafrans, against the Duduas, against the indigenous people in the contraption called Nigeria. I try as much as possible to set the record straight. I don't preach hate speech. I don't speak against people. I set the record straight. The only important thing I do here is to make sure that the plight of the people remains on the front burner and the world will know the true story of what is going on in the contraption called Nigeria. Remember, they will always change the narrative. The government will always try as much as possible to use the conventional media to change the narrative, but that I will not allow. In this platform, we set the record straight and we say it the way it is. Not preaching hate speech, not by talking down to anybody, but setting the record straight and bringing the information to the front burner and letting the world know the exact situation of things. Each time you watch my video, you can equally go to the comment section, put down your comments, say it the way you feel it. It's so welcome. You can criticize if you so desire, but do it constructively so that we can be able to learn from one another. That is why I'm here. And now, I'm going to share with you a very important video. I hope after watching the video from the beginning to the end, you're going to enjoy the video and you continue to stick around and be able to enjoy the rest videos that are going to be coming your way from time to time. Thank you so much for coming. Today, the video I'm going to share with you is a very important video.
We are surprised to see Buhari, Jonathan in the picture. Though we have that feeling that when the time comes, it's possible for him to hand over to Jonathan. So my own piece of advice, I would just advise APC that they should just calm down. They should just calm down. Since Buhari, the head of the party now, is going for somebody, I advise people like Tinubu. If Tinubu will remember very well, and if he's listening to me, I don't know, maybe he's even watching this program. I met with him, you should look my face very well. I met with him at Asokoro, Lagos house. I want to go there to go and pick somebody's car. And I met him with 2 DSS. They were coming down, and I was coming. I stopped. I greeted him. I told him, don't murder ACN. I told him, if he can see my face now, I believe he will remember. At Lagos house, Ogun house, and I saw behind Ogun house. I told him, don't murder ACN. Leave this ACN alone. Because the time is coming when people will troop in. From there, if you want to be president, it will be more easier. Because if you merger ACN, that is the end. But where he's sitting, anywhere he is now, I think he'll be seeing handwriting on the wall. So that is just the only. You should just allow them to do their convention. Because it is because of him they postpone today, postpone tomorrow. Because they don't know how to handle it. And I believe if they do that convention, if that convention did not favor Tinubu, Tinubu will leave that party. That is, and the party will have a very big problem. The president has confirmed it now. He says he's foreseeing that opposition may take over because there is in the party there is rift. Say because of that rift, the party may lose.
Buhari warning APC of disunity. That may make them lose in the forthcoming election. And it's true. He has spelled it out. It's left for them to think twice. But one thing we must take note is that power belongs to God. And the heart of the king is in God's hand. God has the final decision. Whatever is playing out now, God's hand is in it. That's my final take.
The Zamfara killing cannot stop. Sorry to say. It cannot stop. Because this is a state whereby every day they are still giving them their allocation. They have their allocation every day. If you can seize the allocation just for only 2 months, maybe allocation come today, or what they destroy, you pay. And maybe the allocation is for 4 billion. You give them 2 billion and use 2 billion to settle people. They will sit up. Because people are pumping money there, many people, organizations are giving them money. So they don't know what to use the money for. That is why that killing is going on. I remember when Obasanjo was the head president of this country. The North at that time, there are attention everywhere. Obasanjo summoned the whole northern governor. This problem of Sharia you people are carrying on. If this thing continues, and if I see any crisis somewhere, I will hold your allocation. And I will use your allocation somewhere. Maybe you destroy something of 1 something billion, I will use your allocation to pay your change I will give you. They know they sit up. Some of the states like Kano, they back off. they backed off. They don't want that Sharia again because they know that the president will surely do it. So these are the so Zamfara killing is just a business.
Not sleeping. What do we do? Security. Where we are trying to advise government only, try to include all the 7 sabu we have, but the army, but the immigration and custom. Let them be put pressure. Put pressure. God will help us. That's all. It's a prayer for our country. If you look this assignment, not the only West African continents, even in Europe, they are killing here and there every day and night. We're in democracy system now, and the United States doesn't want us to go back to military era. When we are in military era, this thing is not happening.
But we stand now is bothering everyone. Nobody is happy except we are not in Nigeria. No one is happy. Both men, both women. Go to marketplace. Things we used to buy those days 100 naira. It has gone to 250, 300 naira. Could you imagine? Where can we start from? And I pray that these people listen to us. Because this January, many have traveled home to celebrate with their loved ones. And they find it over there, they do things. They sell their phones just to return back. Because if you go to park, many parks have increased their transport fare. They have increased it. You understand? People cannot pay. People are there doing job in order to make their way back to Abuja. Coming to the city is not conducive. There's no which one can we talk about? In time of security, in time of what, there's no work. The salary of 2015 is still the same to 2022. What a shame.
Uprising of insecurity in the whole parts of the country, from the north down to the southeast, and which are due to the insecurity, it has caused to the economic depreciation both in the farm produce. Most of the times you go to market, you see foodstuffs telling you that the farmers can't go to market, can't go to farm because of the insecurity, the attacks in the farm, thereby causing the rising of price in food commodities in the market. When you see also the economic situation of the country, you see that most people can't even afford 3 square meals in a day due to the cost of the insecurity and the economic situation of the country. And most people, because of it, have lost their jobs. And the government is not even helping matter in the area of finding a way to alleviate these issues from the common man in this country. And why these things are in increase, the salaries for the salary earners still remain static. Nothing is done to the salary. Why every day by day food commodities keep on increasing? And how can we survive in this situation? So I'm asking the government of this country to be up and doing.
Zamfara is disturbing, is disheartening. And we just pray that peace will come to that part of the country very soon. If not, the next government will have to battle with that. Thank you.
Buhari saying we have to borrow from China.
At the moment, my personal view, we don't need to borrow a dime from anywhere. We don't need to. What are we borrowing for? The ones who have borrowed before, what did we do with it? So we really need to put on our thinking cap and know what to do about the economy. We have everything it takes to be a great nation.
Mostly as in the leaders, they are the cause of everything. They don't want to give the youth the chance. At least take a look at what is going on. The high of prices of foodstuff, even taxes. The way they are putting prices on taxes is too much. And you see a lot of things happening, as in the government, they don't even care. And in all what they are doing is just as if they are less of concern. Don't take a look now, because it's going, you see people planning to collect another loan of 12 trillion naira. Is it good? Okay, those money he has been borrowing, what has he been using there for? Then we are hearing that each Nigerians, both on bond one, they are owing 240. How? I didn't know about this money. I didn't tell him or tell you whatsoever that is borrowing. We didn't say that he should go and borrow money for us. But even if you should see, a lot of companies are moving out from this country to other countries based on because of the electricity. It's affording. There's no electricity. And we see many things. For you to even eat thrice daily is hard. Everything is hard in this country, seriously.
Please listen to me so I can clarify this. And you have more time to ask me more questions.
Here. We've listened to your reaction to this allegation, but I would like to ask you, how do you plan to fight this allegation so as to protect your reputation and your integrity, which has been called into question?
My integrity is not in question. My reputation is not in question. The governor himself have never said that anybody was responsible. He never said that. It's his head that said that, which he denied by saying he will not mention names. So this is just listen to me as that. And if every time I've always asked the journalists to be please more investigative to help this nation. It's not about me. It's not about my son-in-law. It's about the people of Imo State. It's about the image of Federal Republic of Nigeria. It's about perception of the government under which we find ourselves, the APC government. So listen to me carefully. So I can now reveal to you. He has made his state of state address, or what you call stakeholders address. Listen to me so I can clarify these matters to you. It won't take some few minutes. Let the word hear and hear it clearly. Now the point I'm making is that I raised some vital issues which should be addressed. The question still remains, Mr. Governor, who killed Gulag? Mr. Governor, who is responsible for those 140 people that were found dead bodies? Who killed these traditional rulers? Who beheaded all this number of people? Mr. Governor, answer this question. Now, Mr. Governor, who sent for the abduction of Uche Nwosu? Now, who discredited the church? Who shot at the church? Ask the governor. Do you know I was shocked yesterday that I expected the governor's opening remark would have been so to people of Imo State, I'm sorry, my apologies. To the church, I apologize. He never apologized, even yesterday. But he tries a way to content that makes it look as if he's making any speech. Meanwhile, the speech is full of hollow, clueless, and has nothing to offer. Let me tell you what's happening in Imo State that he has to say. Let me now say it clearly. What's happening in Imo State is you have what is called HSF. HSF, it might shock you, is what is called Hopism Strike Force in the government house. And this strike force comprised of Army, which he never got from the Chief of Army Staff, comprised of Air Force, which he didn't get from Chief of Air Staff, comprised of the police, comprised of some what is called Ebubagu, his personal, what they say they launched, this security outfit. Now, this is the structure of this. The way it's structured is that Hope himself is the chairman of this HSF. And HSF, Hope's responsibility is to deal with matters in Abuja and do whatever he can do to influence whatever he can influence to get his way out. Then backed up by his Attorney General, who takes care of the legal matters. And they have some people in the judiciary they work with on whenever they strike. Then the Shaba, who is the chairman of the strike force, who is the CSO. And then his SA, who is Sinasa, who is in charge of Ebubagu. This is how the strike force move. They move day and they move night. And they have a hotel where they meet. Do you know, revelations have now shown that those criminals that they arranged to implicate Uche Nwosu were actually gotten from Delta and brought to government house of Imo State. And then later, they took the gentleman to a hotel, in the hotel called Rockview, where they interviewed him to say it is Uche Nwosu. So this thing, we're almost at the point of getting who kills all these people, when all of a sudden the governor again shied away because his plans all failed. So the world must know what is happening in Imo State. And it's simply intimidation, it's simply killings, it's simply maiming people, and people are not speaking because they are so scared. Now, tell you for instance, as I speak to you now, what Pusodima is saying in the state that he has taken care of Abuja and whoever is concerned. And this case can never be heard. Meanwhile, he has accused the Inspector General of Police of sending the police that went there. Now, he's accused the Inspector of Police of paying for the private jet that took Uche Nwosu. That's what he's telling the people here. But when he goes to Abuja now, I don't know what he says to them, and they seem to believe him. But they must hear him out. And I've taken it as a word of honor that this matter will not stop until the whole world hears about what is happening in Imo State. Thank you so much for your patience to watch from the beginning to the end. I hope you have learned something from the video you have just watched. The video you have just watched is to bring information to your doorstep and for educational purpose. It is not to demonize anybody. Let us watch continuously and see who can be able to make a sense out of every nonsense we are seeing. We must continue. We move. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter what they say. They will kill us. We'll kill them. At the end of the day, Biafra is here. Thank you for watching. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please kindly subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell so that you're notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you and remain blessed. Bye-bye. See you again.